Your Honor, that is true. I did sleep with my ex.
You don't know that I spend money on your son? You don't know that one day she had no money for diapers and she called you and asked you for $5 and you told her no, but then you got a cab and went somewhere?
Baby,
so wait a minute, you saying the baby isn't yours because y'all don't have the same hair color? Come on, Mr. Jackson.
It's not that. It's just...
Christmas Eve, we had sex in the car. After that, I told him that I was pregnant.
What happens when 3 years of secrets, snooping, and suspicion all come crashing down in a single DNA test? Today we meet a woman who claims her ex-boyfriend only acknowledges their son behind closed doors.
Behind closed doors, he's his son. Around other people, he's not. When we're together, that's his son. When we're not together, he's not his son.
Did you ever consider each other boyfriend and girlfriend, or you just sleeping together and sleeping around?
And a man convinced his detective work has uncovered the truth about who really fathered this child. But this case is anything but simple. Rachel and Darnell's story begins where many modern romances do, reconnecting online after attending school together years earlier.
I'm trying to understand this. So you two dated?
Yeah, we dated. We tried the dating thing.
We really actually went to school together.
Okay.
Let's start with that. We went to school together. He hit me up on a website and he said that he always had a crush on me. So like a week later, we got together.
According to Rachel, their relationship quickly turned physical with absolutely no protection. And on Christmas Eve, something happened that would change everything.
So Ms. Hines, why are you so certain Mr. Jackson is your son's father?
Christmas Eve, we had sex in the car. After that, I told him that I was pregnant. He basically said that he gave me a Christmas gift because he didn't give me anything for Christmas.
Your Honor, I believe that's a false accusation because more than likely I always be with my family on Christmas because we have like traditions.
This is Christmas Eve and not Christmas. We agreed to be with our families on Christmas.
Are you disagreeing that it was Christmas Eve, or you're disagreeing that you're the
I'm disagreeing that it was
sex with?
I'm disagreeing on both behalves because she was living with another male, so it's kind of like hard to like judge her. Because like,
so while you all were in this relationship or just having sex in the car, whatever it was you all were doing, she was in a relationship with somebody else.
Yeah, it was a relationship. She had another male living with her.
So the bottom line is you were together, you started having sex. Were you or were you not using protection?
No, we was not using
No.
But Rachel's world wasn't as simple as she portrays. There was another man in the picture, literally in her house. When Judge Lake pressed for clarity, Rachel made a stunning admission.
Your Honor, that is true. I did sleep with my ex. I told my ex about him.
But you do admit you had sex with him?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Darnell sees things very differently. For him, this case isn't about dodging responsibility. It's about uncovering the truth. But Darnell's detective work didn't stop there. In fact, his self-proclaimed snooping became something of a hobby.
What information do you have that would suggest that she was having sex with somebody else?
She had another male living with her, and it was a time that like I was snooping around her house and I had seen a box because she had said they was taking some stuff to storage. So I seen a box, and in that box it was some condoms in the box.
So when you were in her house, you were snooping around and you saw some condoms in a box.
Yeah, and I thought she was like.
So you thought at that point that man and her were having sex.
And I was on vacation one time, and like I was snooping around, and I got a phone, and I seen like she was texting numerous people. So I had snooped and went through one of the texts, and I seen like she was texting this guy, and he was like calling her bouncy.
You're doing a lot of snooping.
Yeah, I got to.
I mean, if you're snooping, why are you even with her then?
And then there's the matter of physical appearance. Darnell points to something he believes proves Matthias can't be his son.
And then every time you would snoop, you see more pictures and messages in her phone.
Pictures and messages, and plus he has blonde hair, and none of my people in my family has blonde hair, Your Honor. So that was like
people makes the baby,
reason.
Your Honor, and to be honest, that's one of our family traits, is brown hair like that. My brother was born with light brown hair.
Yeah, but my daughter looks exactly like me, like my...
Baby,
So wait a minute, you
get
saying
darker.
the baby isn't yours because y'all don't have the same hair color? Come on, Mr. Jackson.
It's not that.
Yes,
It's just
please.
because
Come on
like,
now.
she was living with another man and she admitted to having sex with this man.
That I
and she
cannot.
has
That
friends.
those parts of your doubt I
And I
understand.
believe-
So the point is, you're saying you really don't know, Mr. Jackson.
I really don't know, Your Honor.
When tensions reached a boiling point, Judge Lake called forward a key witness, Rachel's best friend, LaPortia Johnson. What she revealed about Darnell's involvement with little Matthias left the courtroom stunned.
So, Ms. Hines, you've been struggling to support Matthias.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Jackson has contributed what?
Miss-
For outfits.
And you've been doing this by yourself?
I mean, I have my mom, and then I have my best friend.
I know everything about the situation. I know she's been pretty much taking care of him by herself with my assistance, her mother, no help from him.
Your
I
Honor,
do most of the babysitting.
This woman is
He's paid
irrelevant.
me twice for babysitting. $10 a piece, both times. I'm more of a father to this child than he is.
But the most damning testimony was yet to come. A story about a desperate mother, a babysitting arrangement, and what many would consider the ultimate insult.
I told him, I said, can you please watch Matthias while I go to work? I was 10 minutes late, Your Honor. That means clocking out and getting back to his house. 10 minutes late, and he had the nerve to pass him to me and was like, don't make this a habit. After
reason-
that,
Say that?
The reason why I did that, yes, I did.
Did you say that?
Yes, because
Okay.
I have, and she's been talking about this other
You
guy,
don't know that
so-
I've been potty training your son. You don't know that I spend money on your son. You don't know that one day she had no money for diapers and she called you and asked you for $5 and you told her no, but then you got a cab and went somewhere?
Really?
And when LaPortia revealed that Darnell had refused to contribute even $5 measly for diapers while spending money on cab fare, the audience couldn't contain their reaction. But the most powerful moment came when Rachel finally broke down, revealing what this case was truly about. In that moment, the courtroom actually fell silent. This wasn't about two ex-lovers trying to hurt each other. Oh no. It was about a mother fighting for her child's future.
I mean, a lot of
I don't have to be with him. Like, we broke up so many times. It's not even about no relationship between me and him.
Right.
Like, I don't care. He could do whatever he want to do. The thing is, like, my son needs a father. He needs to know who his people is, where he comes from. It ain't just me. After today, he still don't have to be in his son's life. It's fine, but I need him to know and his people to realize that he do have a son. Like, he's there if y'all don't.
Now, I've seen countless custody battles, but sometimes it's these raw, unfiltered moments that cut through all the accusations and reveal what's truly at stake. When Judge Lake asked Darnell about his intentions, if Matthias proved to be his son, his answer surprised everyone.
Mr. Jackson, if in fact Matthias is found to be your biological child, what are your intentions?
My intentions, I would love to have a son because I have a daughter already. I don't really get to spend much time with her, and because she's out of the city. So if that's my son, I would love to step up and like at least try to make things work out with Rachel. But these accusations and the things that I've seen in the past is what's holding me back.
And if he's not your son, what are your intentions?
Then my intentions is to move on and show that I was right.
But would these words translate to action? You see, the courtroom held its breath as Judge Lake called for the results. And after months of doubt, accusations, and heartache, the moment of truth had finally arrived.
These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics, and they read as follows. In the case of Hines versus Jackson, pertaining to 22-month-old Matthias Hines, it has been determined by this court, Mr. Jackson, you are Matthias's father.
Okay. At least, like, if I can get a hug, you mind if I get a hug? So I can, no accusation?
That's up to her. That's up to her. He said he'd like to give you a hug. Are you okay with that or not? You can say no.
No.
All right.
Maybe
Step
later.
on back over there to your side.
Later.
You can have
Wait, I gotta let it cool down.
In an awkward really awkward moment that perfectly captured their complicated relationship. Darnell immediately asked for a hug, only to be firmly rejected. But what followed was something we don't always see in these cases: a genuine apology.
So, Mr. Jackson?
If she will allow me to be in his life and to try to work things out with her, if she can accept my apology.
Well, why don't you start by apologizing?
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry, Mrs. Hines, that I treated you in such a way and slandered you. You accept my apology?
I do.
Thank you.
Judge Lake, known for her wisdom, delivered a final observation that might resonate with everyone who's ever been tempted to snoop through their partner's phone.
Mr. Jackson, for all of your investigation and your detective work.
I need a new profession then, huh?
You do. And I'm glad you said it. Because as you can see, the problem about invading someone's privacy is you get so much information, you don't know how to process it, you get it out of context. The thing she admitted to doing, you couldn't even believe that because you had so much more data to process.
Yeah.
This is a mess. You have to change this.
As Rachel and Darnell left the courtroom that day, they faced a new reality, one where their past mistakes would need to take a back seat to their son's future.